Swerve Strickland. It's his house. He
Yes.
did a great job. He's been around for many years in CZW and so many of the other independents and in Japan, and it's about time he did this. We haven't seen the last of Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe is one of the toughest shooters ever, and I'm sure he'll be back, and maybe there'll be some rematches.
I want to talk about, before we get out of here, AEW's recent pay-per-view Dynasty. And I got to tell you, Teddy, I know you don't keep up with it, but Bill, the pay-per-view, I thought was a fantastic show, especially the last 3 matches of the night. Off the charts. I don't know how one match followed the other, but it just seemed like everybody was just doing their damnedest to have the match of the night. I will say a couple of standouts to me, and I think was the best match of the night, was William Ospreay versus Bryan Danielson.
William Ospreay. I like how you say that. They all call him Will, but
yeah,
that's good.
But for me, it was just simply. I thought for most people they're going to say, "Oh, it was a long match," but that match was not long. That match told a story from the very beginning to the very end. Just one of the best things I've seen in some time. I know a lot of people online are saying match of the year already. It's a contender. It was a really good match. Bill, what did you think?
Oh no, I thought it was, a good old school match, a lot of high spots, a lot of technical wrestling. For some fans, they can't sit and watch a match that long.
They were so fast with their moves, though, Bill. That was what was so good.
It was a classic match. It was old school Bryan Danielson against more of a new school, only because we haven't seen him as much. He spent so much time in Japan, against Will Ospreay. It was a perfect matchup. The fans were very hyped for it, and those fans were not disappointed whatsoever.
And Teddy, I know you haven't seen the match yet, but I'm going to try to send that your way. I'm going to try to find it somewhere and send it to you, because you would love this match. I think you'd look at it going, "Wow, this is how it's supposed to be done."
Well, my thing is this: like I said, I didn't see it, but just the name Bryan Danielson tells me, all I need to know.
Yeah. Another match that you might want to check out too, Teddy, and anybody else who has not had a chance to see this pay-per-view, the AEW Dynasty pay-per-view, Samoa Joe entered the ring as champion for AEW and walked away after the bell rang, watching the hands of Swerve Strickland being raised as the first African-American world heavyweight champion in AEW. It was a fantastic moment, but more importantly, for me, I've been behind Swerve. You guys know this because I've been saying this for a while. I love Swerve. There's just something, there's money written on him, and somehow, some way, WWE let him get away. Teddy, did you get a chance at all to see anything about this match?
No.
Okay, I'm going to send this to you. This is a really good match. It gave me back, for somebody who's a little bit older as myself, I can go back to the days when Ron Simmons became the first black champion in WCW. And watching that the other night with Swerve Strickland gave me a lot of those same feels. It felt real. It felt needed. It was right. It was the right thing to do. Bill, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, no. I'm taking color out of the equation.
Yes.
It was Swerve Strickland. It's his house. He did a great job. He's been around for many years in CZW and so many of the other independents and in Japan, and it's about time he did this. We haven't seen the last of Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe is one of the toughest shooters ever, and I'm sure he'll be back, and maybe there'll be some rematches. But Swerve Strickland and that little side guy of Prince Nana doing the Teddy Long thing here.
Swerve.
Yeah, they're really the Swerve, right? But Swerve Strickland deserved this, not as a man of color, as a professional wrestler.
And I'm glad you said that, Bill, because that's what I wanted to say. I just heard Mac saying as the first Afro-American champion in AEW. Jesus Christ, come on.
Well,
Let's just say the guys that he's the champion, AEW champion. They know he's Afro-American. They can look at him. He's black.
Well, here's the thing, though. The people who are watching or listening that don't keep up with that show, they don't know what color he is. And it is a big moment, I would think, for him individually, to be the first African-American champion in that company.
See, there you go.
I just do.
There you go. You just gonna stay with the civil rights. You just ain't gonna let it go.
All right, look here. Before we get out of here, Goldberg.
Mac Davis and his civil rights moment here, ladies and gentlemen.
There's an old joke by Red Fox when we're doing this, where you're talking about African American, and somebody said to him, "Why don't you go back where you came from, to Africa?" And he said, "You want to send me back? Send me back to St. Louis. That's where I'm from."
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Right, real quick, we don't have the time, but I'm gonna squeeze it in anyhow. Goldberg does not appear to be a big fan of AEW. While we're talking about AEW, he said he has spoken with Tony Khan a number of times, but he just finds that the company is, quote, too cheesy. So he doesn't plan on ever going there. Bill, have you heard anything else about offers that he may have been given from AEW?
No, I haven't at all. So what I'm going to do, both he and I are Landsmen. We're both Jewish. I'm going to pass over that comment.
Okay. I got the joke.
Okay.
Teddy, anything coming up for you, brother?
No,
boy, that was simple and easy. We all three are going to be in St. Louis. We're going to be in St. Louis coming up soon for the FanFest 2. And if you'd like to be there with nearly 60 legends, wrestlers, personalities, all going to be there that weekend. And of course, Bill, I'm seeing that the one-man show is almost sold out.
Yes, all 5 seats. All 5 seats have almost been sold.
Actually, the tickets really are going well. So if you don't have your
tickets, I'm very
tickets,
flattered by that. And again, this isn't one of those one-man shows where we're talking about wrestling politics and what's wrong with it. It's a variety show. You'll have fun. There's contests. There's music. There's guests like Teddy Long might be there, and we'll have a good time. So Teddy, I got the payoff, by the way. You will get a complimentary Fruit Adventure Tic Tacs.
No. Those are Tic Cracks. I know exactly what that is. You
have fun editing this show.
Yeah, God, I'm sorry. All right, guys, we're out of time. I'm Mac Davis. That is WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long, and of course, pro wrestling journalist Mr. Bill Apter. We'll see you next week.
We'll see you at the